All right, folks, welcome back at the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. We are back for more events mode. This week, the All Eagles event, 18 holes of drivable par fours on casual tee boxes. So all day long, we are using the casual tee boxes, the red tee boxes. If you didn't get a chance to check out yesterday's live stream, we went through the first 5 games of events mode. So now we have officially qualified for the event. The games that you're going to see here are 6 through hopefully 10, depending on the time it takes. But right now you are looking at the setup of hole 1, Grand Savannah, number 2, for the 6th game in events mode. So when you get out there, play with your buddies, play with your friends, wife, boyfriend, whoever. When you get to the 6th game in this week's events mode, you're going to see the same exact setup that I am playing here for you right now. So, as always, we'll just give our trackball a little wipe down. It is pretty hot and muggy in the lounge here with the second floor being 77 degrees. So, hopefully, I don't have to use the hot second floor as my excuse with some bad shots. If you guys take a look below me, you can see that I have updated my club set. So now, whenever I have a super spin or partial spin iron, you will now be aware of that and not just see it when I'm using that club on the game. But also, I changed my lob wedge up to be the gap wedge, the 60-yard super spin gap wedge, and that is specifically for hole 18, Glacier Ranch number 16, because that was a trouble spot for us yesterday. Some of the setups setting up longer than what my lob wedge could provide. So, switch to the gap wedge, and hopefully that will be the key to success on hole 18 for us today. Not sure how I just missed 2 putts, but hey, we'll pretend that's my excuse that it's the trackball. It's the live stream jitters for not being streaming live for 24 hours. It just gets to you. But as always, play through these contests. Hopefully you can use some of the shots that I hit here, excluding this one where we are already playing water games. But when you get out there, these videos will all be archived on Golden Tee social media. Or I might actually just stop the stream right now and restart because it's not a good look here for the first couple of holes. But outside of that, we'll just pretend like those first couple of holes didn't happen. But you are looking at Falcon Sands hole 2. I had Desert Valley on my mind for some reason. 10.5 degree driver is going to be the club of choice. Pretty sure that's what I used exclusively across the board yesterday on hole 2. Maybe the 9.5 degree driver in one of the longer instances. But for the 6th setup here, pretty easy setup there. Same thing for Whispering Valley number 5. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to do something that I might regret, which is I'm not going to pull back this shot. I'm actually just going to push forward. I didn't regret it too much, but I wanted to play into the offsetting of the pin and the slightly left blowing 8-mile-an-hour wind. Didn't get a hole in one, but nice little putt there for eagle. Because it's 18 drivable par 4s, you're looking at a 36 under par. Pretty straightforward there. Hopefully number 9, which is Woodland Farms hole 4, will also no longer be a sore spot in my side. But that will be determined here in a few minutes. Nice little setup here from Cape Haven, hole 6. My best advice to all you players out there, especially the newer ones, maybe you just started playing on live play, tracking your stats and your golfer, or you're just somebody who plays a couple games a month, and events mode might be new to you. My suggestion would be to just play as smart as possible. I know when I am live streaming, it's not always what I do, although I did remember telling myself yesterday I'd try to be better at it. But with it being 18 drivable par 4s, you're looking at a 36 under if you can get an eagle on every single hole. And right now, if we go to the Golden Tee website, take a look at the events leaderboard. 179 from our 2-time world champion Andy Haas, In first place, Joe Massara with a 178, and then Jeff Lannon and Jeff Harlow in third and fourth with 176. I am not one to do good at math, so I'm actually going to pull out a calculator because my golf play is already embarrassing enough. But if you shoot 5 games a par, you're looking at a 180. So, not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but that's why you have the ability to play as many games as you want, up to 100 a day. I don't think anybody's even gotten close to that, not even Joe Massara. Love you, buddy. But 100 games a day up until the end of Sunday night. Top score at the end of Sunday will win a $1,000 top prize, $9,425 in our total prize pool paid to 800 spots. So definitely a lot of reasons to get out there, play as many games as you can, and hopefully we will shoot better than a 31, which seemed to be the stopping point no matter what yesterday. Could not break 31. So longer look here for hole number 8. Coconut Beach number 7. So we are actually going to try the old trick in the book and put release on our driver and just go right down the middle of the chute. I actually hit that dead center. Not sure how that happened. Wish that I hit it a little bit farther to the right because that would have been a very sweet hole in one. But easy opportunity for eagle. If you don't feel comfortable with slamming a high tee driver, just hit a 9.5 degree driver or an 8 degree driver soft through the little opening there on Coconut Beach. Woodland Farm number 9, the bane of my existence. We are just going to smack a driver and hope for the best, which I kind of expected that to happen. So went a wee bit farther than I was hoping for, but look at that. We're already busting out our super spin lob wedge to try and save eagle. So 10.5 degree driver was able to hit those trees and clear the barn. Went a little bit farther than we wanted, so something to take a mental note of for next game. So bad front, terribly bad front. So we're just gonna let that skip on by and pretend those first couple of holes didn't happen. But Celtic Shores hole 6 hopefully can provide us with a glimpse of hope. Oh, look at that. That was a beautiful shot. Should have gotten great shot points there, but hey, we're putting in for eagle, so that's all that matters at this point. Nick Kootman, thank you, my friend, for enjoying these videos. I do enjoy them myself, even when I play horribly. You might not see it in my face, but I promise you, deep inside my heart, I know that is better for you guys to see these streams, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sequoia Grove 13 for hole number 11 here. We are going to use that trusty zero hybrid. I'm not going to put any spin on it. It's already offset enough with the pin, so I'm going to let that 7-mile-an-hour wind go to work and basically hit it a little bit straight. Kind of cut it. Not my intention, but still putting from the fringe for eagle. Walking away happy. Check with our friends on the 2 of yous. Danny Boy, as always, thank you for joining us, my friend. Always appreciate the banter and the insight that you give. So, looking at hole 12, number 14 from Eagle Crest. 8 wood has been good to us so far. I'm going to tee it over to the right to see if I can hit a high 8 wood with that 13-mile-an-hour wind blowing back towards our face a little bit. I'm going to aim for the gap of the trees. The 13-mile-an-hour wind should go ahead and blow that back over to the left. Wow, look at that. Exactly what I drew up happened. So very happy with that. These casual tee boxes, not as forgiving as one would think being the casual boxes, but something to make note of, the next time we do something like this, mix up the tees or however we do it. But it's definitely provided some interesting setups for this live stream. That being said, design hole winner, very first one, Dave Hollingshead, the Falls. I couldn't tell you how how many games I swore off a golden tee back in the day because I could not get it through that waterfall. Somewhere deep in the archives of YouTube is a hole in one where somebody actually hit it through. They hit the driver so hard that it caught that waterfall and then dropped in the cup. I have to see if we can find that sometime for you guys to see for a Throwback Thursday. But nice setup here. Just going to pull the 5-wood back in between the B and the C and hit it out straight. Let the wind do the rest. And the nice thing is, even if I hit it too hard, just like that, oh, I should have gotten the double kiss. But the rock wall is there. The giant rock wall is there to help you out. That would have been in if I got another kiss from the bottom of the rock. But 15 feet away for eagle. Definitely take advantage of that rock wall being there. Plenty of YouTube gold has been seen over the years from shots bouncing off that wall. So if you happen to get one this week during events, make sure to message it to us at Golden Tee on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, wherever and however you need to get a hold of us. We love to see those great shots from you guys. All right. Summit Lakes, hole 14, number 14 in today's contest. Not the best look here, but I'm going to try something different. 11-mile-an-hour wind blowing at about the 8 o'clock in our face. So I am going to use the 10.5-degree driver. I'm going to tee it to the left. I'm putting backspin on this, and I'm just going to hit it in between the B2, or the BC, and hit it to the left of the 2. My hope is that I'm either going to hit that rock wall and land on the green, or hit that snow, which is on such an incline, the ball will drop down onto the green, backspin in the hole, and then you're going to see that as a YouTube shot of the day. All right, not what I planned, but close enough. If you use that 10.5-degree driver, if you give it a little oomph, you can just go ahead and blow past the rock and the snow and almost backspin in the cup. Walk away wiser with an 11-foot putt for eagle. Shady Acres, hole 15. Another slightly difficult look here. We're going to take our tee all the way to the left. We're going to put bite on it. We're going to pull to the right of the B and hit it straight and hope that wind does not kill the distance too much. Don't worry, I cut it way too much, hit a tree, and then lost distance myself. So no worries there. We are just going to have to start that shot over. And that's going to be for another game. Kind of put myself in a bit of a bind here. I built this club set with the hope that I would not need to make any approach shots. So this is probably going to be another sore sight for the time being. So not the best look on Game 6 for Shady Acres, but promise you the next one will hopefully be a lot better. This look here, number 16, Indigo Mound, 15, is going to require a little bit of work. So I am going to take my 5-wood. I'm not going to move the tee at all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my shot back to the left, or excuse me, the right corner of the A, and I'm going to hit it straight and let my ball curve right into the wind, hopefully right against the cup. So actually my first pullback probably was the better one, but you can see I went almost more to the left of the B than right of the A. Was just worried about cutting into the wind too much, but still was able to putt in for that eagle, which is okay by me. Ryland 14, number 17 today's contest. Thankfully, a nicer setup here, not one that we need to use an 8-wood and go around the rocks. I'm actually going to suggest that we just use the 3 hybrid. We're going to stick to the 3 hybrid. We're going to low tee it, pull it all the way out as far as you can, get the trackball to register to the C, and then we're just going to hit it straight. Evan Gossett and a lot of those daily players would be proud of me. That is technically a full long putt here, but honestly, putting from 87 feet away is a lot better than than trying to chip off of the train tracks above there. So 80-foot putt, we're going to do the pull back to the sea just to slow down the trackball a bit more. Didn't get that out far enough, but that's okay. Still a birdie putt for us now. Ooh, actually, I'm just seeing this now. I must have changed the wrong Build-A-Bag because I'm just seeing now that I actually have the lob wedge and not the gap wedge. So, interesting. Alright, we're going to low tee 9 iron. That 16-mile-an-hour wind's going to make it very difficult to get on the green, but yeah, too much power there. Made the chip in for birdie, which is probably about the only chip that was going in this game. So rough start. Few bad holes in the front 9, few bad holes in the back 9. But what I'm going to do is blame it on the fact that my club set didn't change. It's the first problem. So what I'm going to do is actually switch things over really quick and go fix that. So I will be right back. Alright, all is well back in the Golden Tee Lounge. Made sure that I actually saved the modification to my Build-A-Bag. So now we should have the 60-yard gap wedge with the super spin that will hopefully have a better play for us on hole 18.
Next up, golfer 1.
Oh, just kidding. I don't know how to name my clubs. I'm actually using the sand wedge, which is 60 yards, not the gap wedge. So that is my fault. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to go change that really quick on our video here, just so in case any of you watch this after we are no longer live, so you guys are well aware of the correct club. Alright, boom, just like clockwork, our screen is updated, so now all of you following along know that we are actually using a sand wedge for that final hole there. So, game 7 here for events mode. Looking at hole number 1, which is Grand Savannah number 2. We're just going to float a 10.5 degree driver in there with bite. Look at that. It's already a better game just by the few adjustments we've made. Jason Mayfield, thanks for joining us. Nice to hear about your first hole-in-one on a par 4. I can tell you, probably, I remember the same exact thing I did many years ago when I first hit a par 4 hole-in-one. You always remember those kind of moments, hopefully, because there's 18 par 4s that are drivable. Hopefully today we can get a hole-in-one or two in the next few games. So you are looking at Game 7 of Events Mode. This week, the All Eagles event, drivable par 4s for all 18 holes. You're looking at Highland Links, hole 6 for number 3. Little bit of a tough setup here with the pin on the right-hand side of the green and the wind blowing against it. So I am just going to take a 9.5 degree driver and pull out to the right of the B, hit it out to the left of the 2. Not as much as I wanted to, but we're at least away from the water.
Call for 1 with the putter. It's in the hole. Call for 1 from the tee.
Falcon Sands number 2. A long look here for the casual tee box is 346. So what I'm going to do is change to the 10.5 degree driver, move my tee all the way to the back corner, and tee it high. And we're just going to hit this straight and pretty solid. Don't want to crush it. That 121 that I hit looks like it's going to be just about perfect. My worry here was the 10.5 degree driver has more loft, easier to carry further distances if you're not paying attention. So that is why I went 10.5 degree driver and hit it firmly and didn't exactly crush it for the chance of distance.
Let's watch the tee shot of golfer 1.
Jimbo, nice, has 4 hole-in-ones in his event. That's actually pretty impressive. 151 total so far. Looking at hole 5 from Whispering Valley. This might go in the hole? Oh, come on. I thought that actually was a good call. I have a good feeling about this setup. Had a couple of bad shots in Game 6, but Game 7, I'm feeling it. This is the way to go. This is where we break that 31 under streak. Using the 3-wood to cut around. Remember, the sand on this hole about 90% of the time is going to be your friend, as long as you don't hit it aggressively with a driver and then you're going to kick off in the water. But if you hit it with a 5-wood or 3-wood or on those larger mounds, you will get a pretty friendly bounce most of the time. Not normally a shot that I would hit on Misty Springs hole 8. But because I don't want to play the flirtatious game with the trees, I'm going to actually hit a 0 hybrid with bite. That low lofted hybrid is just going to go right under those trees, take them exactly out of play, and I can focus on trying to get close to the hole and putting in for eagle.
Golfer 1 with an eagle putt.
Mr. Bennett, you are absolutely welcome. Trying to do a little bit more on Twitch, so over the next few weeks, few months, or a few weeks leading up to World Championship, you'll see us a lot more predominantly on Twitch and not just posting up some of these streams. Part of my plan to kind of push out Golden Tee's content a little bit further than we have and, you know, bring some of those more casual fans in and make new ones. So if you guys have a Twitch channel and you stream Golden Tee or any other video games, you know, feel free to shoot the message to us with the link. Always love supporting our players the way you guys support us. Hole number 8, Coconut Beach 7. A little bit of a longer look here, but not one that I feel confident enough in using the little chute. So we are going to just high tee at 10.5 degree driver and just hit that bad boy straight, or at least I meant to hit it straight. Now is a perfect time to practice my chipping.
Back again. Golfer 1.
Oh, look at that. Thank you to my 5 hybrid for making me have faith again. Look at that. 8 eagles in a row. We haven't screwed up a shot yet, and now here is Woodland Farm hole 4 to take advantage of that. All right, we hit the 10.5 degree driver last time. It was a bit too hard. This, I'm going to actually try a low zero hybrid again. That actually worked out game 5 yesterday. My problem is it's a 280 club for a 173 yard shot, and it's always hard for me to cut the distance down on that. Yeah, see how I tried hitting that soft and it just didn't happen. So, not a big deal. Actually, we are going to break out the 3 hybrid, which you know means I'm serious when it comes to chipping. But close, no cigar though. Still putting in for birdie. Greg Kinsler, 2-time world champ. Thanks for joining us, friend. Looking forward to seeing him hopefully before Vegas, but also as one of our competitors in the World Championship. For somebody who does not play Gold Tee as much as he used to, definitely had a good showing in late 2018, second place in the TOC. Definitely a player who's been around a long time but can still play. So looking forward to seeing you there, buddy. And if you guys have not yet made your plans to make it to the World Championship, June 21st through the 23rd in Las Vegas at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. 2 World Championship qualifying spots on the line in our Friday night closest to the pin event. It's for non-qualifiers only. The qualifiers, the 72 players that have already qualified, have their very own special event that has a $3,030.30 top prize in our in celebration of our 30th anniversary. So those guys not a part of closest to the pin. So everybody who plays in the CTTP contest is playing against non-qualified players. I know there's at least 30 or 40 that we know of that are going to be there from all parts of the country. So go to goldentee.com/worlds to get more information on that, and hopefully we will see you guys all there. Sequoia Grove, number 13, hole 11 in today's contest. 0 hybrid underneath those trees. Little bit of a cut. Look at that. I actually did something that I wanted to. I'm very, very proud.
It's on the green. Golfer 1.
Dead center of the cup for a 31-foot putt for Eagle. And right now we're only 1 off 36 pace just because of that Woodland Farm hole. Normally don't have a problem with it, but it just seems like the right tee boxes, I do not want to hit a good shot. Number 12, Eagle Crest 14. We are going to move our tee back to the bottom right corner. Going to go right over those trees, take advantage of that 7 mile an hour wind. Just want to get it right over that waterfall. Oh, look at that. The fringe love that I didn't know I wanted, but definitely needed. Boom. I'm okay with 11 eagles and 1 birdie so far for this 7th contest in events mode. Tricky look here with that left, very, very left pin for hole number 13, Black Hills 15, our very first design hole winner. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to hit a high tee 3-wood with roll. That was my intention, but not far left as I wanted. Not really sure. That's a tough play, but good luck using those rocks to bounce off. 114-foot putt, left 5. Let's see how this goes. Just past it. You know, actually, Richard, nobody has questioned me wanting to do live streams. They actually are all for it, which is great for me because it gets me out of the desk into a room with a fan, as you can probably hear. And but I get to do this. It's what I love to do. It's enjoying. I get to interact with you guys. Even when I'm playing awful golf, I'm still having fun hanging out with you guys. So appreciate you guys always for joining us on your afternoon. Hopefully you don't get in trouble for watching this at work, but if you do and get fired, at least that means there's more time to go play in Gold Tee. Not saying it's the best thing to happen to you, but just you have options. So, number 14, Summit Lakes, hole 14. We are going to pull our 10.5 degree driver to the right corner of the A, hit it out to the left corner of the 2. get a little rock love. Unfortunately, if you catch that rock, you're going to lose backspin, so just something that you want to be aware of as I break my consecutive eagle streak.
For birdie. And there we go. Golfer 1 on
Shady Acres, hole 15. We're going to take that 14-mile-an-hour wind. We're just going to go right at it with our 9.5-degree driver. Probably the closest shot that we've hit on this hole so far, with 10 foot away for an eagle putt. But we're getting closer to breaking that 31 streak, guys, and that is what matters, at least to me right now. Hole 16, Indigo Mound 15, 5 wood, 8-mile-an-hour wind in my face. I'm going to switch over to bite. We are going right after the pin on this one. Ugh. As much as I'd love to see the great shot animation come up and get some great shot points, I'm just taking the Eagles with stride and hoping for the best. Longer look here for Ryland, number 14, number 17 in our weekly contest here. Going to do our best to hit the zero hybrid well enough to not catch the rock here inside the tunnel. I'm actually going to go 2 clicks to the right, so game starts you off looking at the pin here. I'm going to go 1 click right and then go a second one. Same thing as before, all the way out to the C, but instead of hitting it straight, I'm going to hit it a little bit left of the 2. Now, I did hit it a little bit harder, even though it's a closer pin, because I did not want to get stuck on those train tracks and not having a chance at eagle or an eagle putt. Just barely missing that eagle putt, but that's okay. Few long putts here that were just barely burning the edges of the cup, but that's okay. It again is going to put everything on the line here and make me work to shoot better than 31. Not sure if the S wedge is going to be the best, or the sand wedge is going to be the best club here. Might have to actually go back and make that the G wedge. Let's low tee a 9-iron. See if we can shoot it through the gap here. Shot it through the gap, but caught the green early on. But the nice thing is that we just... Oh, that was rough. I was starting to say that we just chipped in for eagle, and for whatever reason, the 5 hybrid decided to hop out of the cup. So we are once again rolling with a 31 under for game 7. It's okay though. 5 31s is better than no 31. So we are going to switch over really quick. I'm going to actually change that club to a gap wedge because 66 yards with these tee boxes is not enough. Alright, we are going super spin gap wedge, the 70-yard. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go, yeah, you know, we'll go gap wedge with super spin. Actually, you know what? We're gonna change it for the 19th time. We're going standard spin pitching wedge. It's an 80-yard club. Go ahead and update our build-a-bag there. I'm going to go ahead and get started in this contest. I'm going to switch back, update our screen for all of you watching live, and then as soon as I get done making that change, we will play game 8 of this week's event.
Good friends and Golden Tee Golf always makes for a great day.
Call for one on tee.
All right. Hopefully our final Build-A-Bag adjustment. We got the 80-yard pitching wedge. Let's hope that is in the bag. Look at that. The P wedge. Not going to need it for anything but hole 9, but we are going to make it work. We're going to tee this back a little bit so we can hit that 3-wood soft. Just go right at it. Make sure I didn't lose you guys here on the comment section of Facebook.
Call for one putting.
Joe Martello, we are absolutely using Evan Gossett as our character here. We are playing as, you know, got to give the reigning world champion some love as it gets close to him defending his championship title in Las Vegas in a few weeks here. Elkhorn Ridge, hole number 2.
The spin's bringing it back. Call for one putting.
Number 2 in events mode. Nick asks if I use more palm or fingers to hit the trackball for fairly hard shots. Personally, I use palm. At least that's where I feel like I get most of my power from. A lot of people tell you it's actually your fingers. I don't know. I just, after playing this game, since I could basically stand up to the cabinet, I've just grown accustomed to using my palms for harder hits. Highland Links, number 6, hole 3 here today. Pretty straightforward setup for game 7. Not too bad of a look here from the red tees for number 4, Falcon Sands hole 2. Excuse me. But I'm going to tee my medium tee all the way to the right. I'm going to use the 9.5 degree driver because I am hitting it out towards the 3 here on the deck. Basically just want to go right at the pin, and by hitting it out to the right, I'm definitely going to cut some distance off of it. Actually went a little bit too far to the right. But when you actually know how to chip using your 5 hybrid and hit it soft and gentle, dead center of the cup, boom, 4 after 8 bombs, as the cool kids would say. Probably the most difficult shot here on, or difficult setup on Whispering Valley hole 5, only because you now have the sand in, the deep sand bunker in play with this setup. So we're just gonna put bite on our 3-wood and just go right at it. That actually looks really good. Oh, stop for shot points? No. We must have the anti-shot point penalty mode on the game here today. 1000% kidding, there is no penalty mode. Shout out to Randy Gibson though. Hole 6, Cape Haven number 9. I'm going to use 3-wood. We are just going to go right over those sand traps, or excuse me, those sand bunkers, and just right at the pin, which actually, I think I hit the flag. I might have hit the pin. I thought that was coming in pretty hot. Oh wow, that actually hit the top of the pin, came down, and then back spun. That's hilarious. I wish I made that putt though. I'm still laughing inside because of that. So definitely not what I wanted, of course, for that shot. But we're just ace this one instead. Oh, come on. That was a perfect setup. Hey, look, another 6 foot, no shotties. Now, because I screwed up and missed my putt on hole 6, now will be when I actually get an eagle putt on hole 9, which is Woodland Farm hole 4. High tee, 10.5 degree driver. Play it out a little bit farther to the right. Let that 9-mile-an-hour wind kind of blow your ball back to the dead center of the green. Interesting look here. Definitely not trying to play and get a hole-in-one here, but we're going to use the 3-wood. I know I got some advice earlier from others, and I just don't feel like it. But what we're going to do is hit a 3-wood. It's going to hit the trees to lose some distance, bounce off of the barn, and then end up in the cup. And we're just going to nominate it as shot of the year. Or it actually just goes all the way through the trees, no barn, and we actually are putting in for eagle for the first time in a while. That's okay though, because I missed my putt, so no worries. 16 under for the front 9 for game 8 of events mode this week. Let's hope that the back 9 brings us a little bit more love, starting with Celtic Shores hole 6 here. Another look, 281, which sets up perfectly for a low-teed 0 hybrid. Just aiming it a little bit to the left. Fairly friendly bounce from the cart path. And then another 28-foot putt in for eagle here. Hole 14, Eagle Crest. I'm going to move my tee box, or my tee all the way to the back right corner. We're going to tee that high. We have a little bit less green to play with, but still hitting a decently hard 8-wood high teed, at least ending up on the green for me to barely miss my putt to the left side of the cup. Hey, look at that. It actually went dead center. That's what I just need to do when I'm putting. Tell myself beforehand I'm going to miss it, and then mentally, you know, play a game of psychology with myself and then make it. All right, 5-wood, not looking good here. We are behind the waterfall, dead center of the green almost. I'm going to tee my 5-wood up to the front of the box. I'm going to pull out to the C, hit it 2. We're going to hit a full here. Hit it pretty hard, and I actually hit it not hard enough. So don't listen to anything I said on this hole. Matt Hines, unfortunately, is on YouTube, so I did not see his comment until now, but he did say that he would give me $1 million if I could do what I just did again. And I'm not sure what I did, but I'm very looking forward to the chance to get $1 million. I could definitely use it. All right, no tees needed here. We're just going to hit a 10.5-degree driver straight. Let that 8-mile-an-hour wind kind of play itself on the green. Didn't hit it hard enough, so now we are going to be playing off of a little fringe, but nice 6-wood push makes it work for us. Finally, a very nice look at 15. Number 15 is Shady Acres. We are just going to hit this straight with bite. I don't trust myself, so normally I would just putt this off of the rough. Ha! But I went to chip it and then just miss-hit my chip. So got that going. Alright, we need some magic here to break 31. So we are actually going to get a YouTube shot of the week here. Nope, that might go in the water actually. Oh, look at that. I would love to have played that a little bit less straight. The wind kind of took over my shot a bit more than I anticipated, but that's alright. Another short look here, 223 on hole 17, Ryland 14. That 11-mile-an-hour wind blowing to the right, which is going to make it difficult to cut your shot in. Always have the alternative of bouncing it off the middle of the right-hand side, but I am going to high tee an 8-wood. Actually, I got that all the way out there. Definitely was not trying to go. I was trying to do more of a full, which would have been the best shot there. Accidentally ended up doing a full A1. So we're going to pay for that and walk away with par. But hey, look, the pitching wedge is exactly what I needed to complete hole 18. So let's see if it blows on the green. Going to be tough because of that wind, but I do feel much better. Now, hey, look at that. We finally eagled 18, although it didn't matter too much. So just a few little mistakes, no bogeys that time, so I'm very happy to say that. I think we've got time for just about one more game here. This is look number 9 at events mode of this week, the All Eagles event. Easy tees, the casual tees. Very, very straightforward here. Let's see if we can make some magic happen. Just a little bit too far out to the left on Elkhorn Ridge hole 2. Still nice 10-footer away for eagle. Yeah, Stuart, I don't know if you were here earlier. I did mention that I don't think anybody, even our craziest of top players, have ever gotten close to the 100 games per day. But it's just something we have on there as a safeguard. That is actually more for when it is not weekly contests, because with weeklies we really don't care. But when it's 50-man contests, where every event is a new contest, that's where we don't want people getting ahead. So why we have those restrictions in place there. Feeling good about this setup here on Falcon Sands hole 2, number 4 for today's event. Medium tee, 10.5-degree driver with bite. We're just going right at this. Nice autumn looks here for Whispering Valley hole 5. just want to get it up on that green, putting in for eagle here.
Let's watch the tee shot of golfer 1.
Cape Haven, number 9. I'm going to move my tee box to the right and then pull back probably to the left corner of the B, hit out to the right corner of the 2. Don't want to hit it too hard because that tee box, or excuse me, that pin is tucked in the top left corner, so want to make sure that I give myself some room to work with, especially with that 8-mile-an-hour wind. Nice little fringe rough bounce with some love there. No great shot points love at all so far today. Not sure what the deal is there, but hey, still taking in those eagles, and I'm happy with that. I moved the tee box here on number 7 from Misty Springs hole 8 just to hopefully avoid clipping any of those trees or having any chance of clipping trees with my 5 wood. Not a problem there. Honestly, just do it as more of a safety precaution. I know that you guys have seen it in all my live streams. Sometimes I pull back too far to the A, too far to the C, not exactly what I intended, and then I clip a tree. So anything I could do to avoid that would be great. T in the top right, high for my 10.5 degree driver, number 7 from Coconut Beach. We are off-centered enough where I'm just going to go ahead and tee this high and hit it straight. Although it actually it went a little bit farther left than intended, but we're still in the fringe, which means we're still putting in for eagle. And then it comes down to hole number 9. Almost feel like this is hole 18 to me. All right, the 3 wood through the trees worked last time. I'm gonna hope for the best again. I'm gonna put bite on it though. So of course I put bite on it and don't hit it as hard. Oh, I completely screwed that chip up. I was so in my own head about making the dang eagle that now I'm chipping in for par. So still a solid front, just nothing good on hole 9 there as usual.
Peter, watch it stop. Golfer 1. Well done for eagle. Ready to tee it up.
But I do really like this look on Sequoia Grove, hole 13. Gonna go right at this with no spin, although unfortunately hit it out too far to the left of the 2 there. But again, the important thing is that we're putting in for eagles. Unless you're actually
Golfer 1 is ready to tee off.
unless you count hole number 9 from Woodland Farms, which I don't personally, so that's all that matters to me. Strong wind here on number 12, which is actually hole 14 of Eagle Crest. I'm going to tee this back to the bottom right part of the box. Doesn't really give you much to move with, but I'm going to put backspin on. Going to just hit this ever so softly. Let that 13-mile-an-hour wind work itself over onto the green. Oh, look at that. Kind of went right through the pin. Should have actually hit the pin and dropped right in the cup if you're asking me. But there is a reason why I play and market Golden Tee and don't program it, because that's not how it works. Alright, we had a very bad encounter with the waterfall on hole 13 last time, so we are going to just hit a high T 3 wood with roll and just hope for the best. Oh, look at that. Actually hit that too hard, hilariously enough. Oh, that actually would have... Oh, I don't know how, but that almost went in the cup for a shot of the week. And I don't ever... Maybe one time when I first started, did I ever make a shot of mine shot of the week, because it was that good. That would have been an exceptional shot of the week. All right, long look here. 15-mile wind in the face for Summit Lakes, hole 14. High T driver. We're just going to punch this out to the right. Hope for the best. We got it over, which is actually a good sign. Oh, look at that. Boom, finally. I can leave today very happy knowing that I just hit a darn hole-in-one on this game. But as much as I love you guys, I don't trust you enough. So we are just going to go ahead and turn that off really quick. Send myself a text message. And then look at that. So I actually did not expect that. The one time I hit a shot not thinking I'd get anywhere close to the cup, and it drains in. A heck of a bounce from that rough in the cup. Okay with that. Now, if I don't shoot better than 31 this game, you might never see me on the live stream playing Golden Tee again. Just throwing it out there now. All right. Hole 15, Shady Acres 15. Need to keep the momentum going, so I'm going to go ahead and actually hit the 10.5 degree driver. Was nervous about getting anywhere near the water here, so I'm just going to keep on rolling here. That setup on Sequoia was actually really good. If I was shooting worse, I would go right for the pin, but I figured that was the safest but still exciting shot I could hit there. Another front tee box, another front green and front pin for number 16, which is Indigo Mound. Little bit of an offset look here, but nothing that we are afraid of. Again, this is a flat green, so it's not the end of the world if I hit it out a little bit farther left than I wanted to. Looking for some really good setups the next couple of holes, preferably. All right. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because I know I could probably cut this 5 hybrid in there. Not sure how I feel about it, though. All right. I don't think I've ever hit a 3 hybrid off of this wall. So what I'm about to do, I know used to work from the very, very farther back tee boxes, the original tee boxes from 2018's Ryland. I don't know. We're going to just hope for the best here. Yeah, so that's exactly what I was kind of worried would happen.
This line just stinks, Jim.
But that, I'm going to take a look at that again because I knew there was not a real good chance that went in the hole, but I thought, I barely, by the skin of my teeth, got by the tunnel, but still walking away with a birdie, which means I need to very, very poorly hit this shot here. But now that we have the pitching wedge, a club that I honestly don't use often at all, we got the pitching wedge, though, for number 18, which is Glacier 16. It might be doable. Now I just need to determine, do I keep... The pitching wedge with that 17-mile-an-hour wind is really tough. I might be better off doing a low 9-iron with backspin. Oh, look at that. Oh, that would have been even better if I got great shot points, but stuck with the 9-iron. Just got it close enough to the trees that actually probably should have hit a tree, but take this moment in right now because we are putting in for eagle on hole 18, a hole that has beaten me up all day today and yesterday, but also shooting a 34 under. So par is 36. I completely forgot about my mistakes on hole 9, which makes my heart even sadder, but that's all right. We're going to play one more game, game number 10, before we get on out of here for today. Although, don't know if I ever want to play hole 16 of Glacier Ranch because it is just, it's a tough one, but if you're out there playing, it's definitely, I can tell you right now, because I'm on the live stream, I didn't run up and down the walls of this room, but it is a very rewarding experience when you can take a difficult shot like that or a difficult hole and make the most of it. So one final game here. If we could shoot a 34 or a 35, I would be ecstatic. Thank you, Michael, for the well wishes. It is actually very nice. I've gotten that monkey off of my back. Now I just need to go ahead and hole out a few more holes like this one. Oh! I hit that and I thought, okay, if this does not clip that giant mound of rough, it's got a good chance. No, I was coming way too hot, but a risky shot with the Zero Hybrid, but it was fun. Now I'm just having a bit more fun because I don't have to worry about shooting better than 31. I'm going to go ahead and move my tee all the way over. I'm actually going to use the Zero Hybrid here because it's going to make things a bit easier for me than the 10.5 degree driver. Because the Zero Hybrid is such a low lofted club, I can do that. Whereas with the 10.5 degree driver, I would be worried about hitting it too far, getting too much loft, and ending up on the rough. And if you've ever played Highland Links, you know that the rough is atrocious. It's heavy rough, deep rough, whatever you want to call it, but it's not fun to chip out of. So that's why we went with the Zero Hybrid there. Another great look from Falcon Sands number 2. High T 9.5 degree driver, not slamming it, although it is going pretty fast there, so if that could stop, that'd be great. Gonna put a little roll on there. No scientific facts to prove that actually works, but it makes me feel better because now we are still on track. We are shooting a par round after 4, and you can't be mad at that. I'm gonna move my tee back ever so slightly. It is a 9-mile-an-hour wind, but I want to make sure I hit it soft enough that I'm not going too far if I catch the green. Boom, look at that. 5 for 5, baby. 5 holes, 5 eagles. Let's keep the momentum going. All right, couple different plays here with this number 6, Cape Haven number 9. We can take a 5-wood with backspin. We can pull it in between the AB, hit it out to the left of the 2, curve it in like we've done before. Also could move our tee over to the left, which I think is what I'll do, and just go ahead, pull it back in between the BC, hit it out to the left of the 2. Don't crush it, just in case you hit those sand mounds, or you just do that. Maybe another fringe love shot. Oh, it's beautiful. But nice to have a couple of options. Really depends on how comfortable you feel about pulling back to the right and hitting out to the left. Not something I do a lot, but with this setup, after seeing that straight wind, I felt a bit more comfortable doing that. Misty Springs, hole 8. A little bit of a difficult shot here. I could easily curve the 3-wood, around to miss the trees, or I could just go a low Zero Hybrid and see how that works. I do have to be careful though, because if I get too much of a kick with grabbers, the Zero Hybrid, and backspin, I could possibly hit the rock there, the rock wall behind it, and just get wet. So maybe we will actually stick to the 3-wood and just hit it ever so gently. All right, that was the better play because I'm still going to hit that rock. Oh, please don't go wet. Okay, not the play I wanted at all. But I made the chip. Woo! High five, John. Thanks, buddy. Don't do that. Don't hit the rock because I do not smell what the rock is cooking. It was dangerous, but we made the chip. That's all that matters. Strong wind here for a 352 look on number 8. I am going to tee this back, but I'm actually going to move my tee back. High tee it. I do not want to crush this. I kind of just want to gently throw it out there. Even that, gently throwing it out there, still coming in pretty hot. So I'm going to have a chip, little baby chip. Oh, come on. Forgetting that I have the pitching wedge and not my normal lob wedge or sand wedge. So that was just a brain fart on my part, unfortunately. But breaking out the 3-wood again. the kind of sort of safe play, but not really. Fully expected to make that chip since I missed silly chip on hole 8, but that's okay. 16 after 19 is nothing to be ashamed about. Hey, we were 16 after 9 holes last game, and it worked out really well, so we'll just look at it as a sign. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, actually the thumb versus palm. I also, when I hit with my fingers, just pushing back with my fingers forward, I feel like sometimes, like in that instance, I hit the shot a lot harder than I expected. So that's why with the palm, I always know if I hit it with the palm, I'm intending to smack it hard and get some good distance there. When you're chipping with that 5 hybrid, are you pulling the club back? If so, to where? Yes, I'm absolutely pulling the club back. It really depends on how far away the shot is, but most of the time I'm pulling it up probably to about here. Hopefully I don't have a chance to show you before the end of this round, but if I do, remind me, or I'll have a chance. I'll take a second to stop and explain myself. So low 0 hybrid here, going to put a little bit of a cut on it because we are dealing with a left-hand pin. Came in a little bit hot there, but dead center of the cup putt for the win.
Ready at the tee. It's golfer 1.
Tough look here. First time in a while I think we've kind of been in between clubs here. 6 wood, as you may or may not know, is a tough club to cut distance on, but also the 8 wood's a bit short. So we are going to have to trust ourselves, which is a big if, with the 6 wood. Go ahead and hopefully hit it gently enough, or in my case, most likely hit it too gently.
From this rough, the ball will probably come out a little high.
I realized I had the pitching wedge there, but because I don't ever use it, I'm not sure how to chip with it. So
Here it comes.
that was definitely not expected, but now we're just going to play the back and forth game until I stroke limit. This is the one downside when you build a club set specifically for a certain hole, because I know that I need it for 18 or possibly for hole 18. If you don't get on the green on every shot, you're going to be worrying about chipping with odd clubs, which kind of what has happened there, but no big deal. I got my 34 in, which is all that mattered. We'll knock out these last couple holes though and hopefully hit the best shots we have. Shout out to Sean Gervais, who just joined us, which I believe yesterday also joined us in the middle of me having a bad shot. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass the blame on to my friend down in Missouri. Shout out to hole 14, Summit Lakes 14. Nice little friendly hole-in-one last game. Not sure if we're able to do the same this time around. Nope, because we caught the rock and then got waterlogged. And I can't use my... Oh, that's not good. No bueno. Alright, no bueno. But that means that we can have some fun with these last couple of holes here. And by fun, I mean we're going to try to hit atrocious shots that end up on YouTube. That is not one of them. All right. I did not get the bounce up that I was hoping for, unfortunately. But I'll take my pitching wedge to go for birdie. Something told me that I should have just left on the high note of 34, but that's okay. You guys came here to watch a live stream, and we are going to give one to you. We're going to go low T0 hybrid with backspin. We're just going to go ahead and pull it all the way out to the C. Hit it straight at the 2. Don't want to hit it too hard there. Definitely want to get it out to the 3 because getting it out to the 2.5 did not avoid the rock enough. All right, the only thing that could make this round better than anything else I've done so far today is by hitting a hole-in-one on this one. Which now that I have the appropriate pitching wedge, now I'm getting perfect looks for my super spin 9-iron, which I find hilarious. All right, last chance at glory. I caught a tree, I believe. My volume is not up. Every time I seem to clip a tree, I catch just enough of the green. Oh, look it, Skipper Ripper and Vizzleaves. But we're going to end on a high note. We chipped in for eagle on hole 18. All right, game 10, not the best game for us today, but shot a 34 under in game 9. If I can do it, hopefully you can do it as well. These videos on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch will be archived in about 40 seconds here. Kevin Lindsay from the Golden Tee Lounge. We will bring you Throwback Thursday tomorrow afternoon, and then this week's Freaky Friday contest, which is the Super Score 2005. So, from the Golden Tee Lounge, Kevin Lindsay. Check you guys later. Thanks for joining us.